At 10:39 a.m. on February 24th, 2021, I wrote, I fell in love with playing the guitar. A beautiful red and wood guitar, Lagrima, but I call her Grim. Can't wait to get my own. My brain and fingers seem to know what to do, and it's so healing. I can't wait to be taught or teach myself songs and chords. Juliana. Hey, it's Juliana and Finley, co-conscious, and here is our story of how I manifested my guitar.
I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection on me.
So that excerpt was written from one of my journals. I have tons, and this is actually one of my newest ones that I got from one of my old roommates from a mental health facility that I was at before I am where I am now. And anyway, it was at that facility that I fell in love with the guitar that I just was talking about. And it was a guitar that they would sit in the music room, and it would just sit there, and it was up for grabs for anyone to play and then leave the room, and obviously you had to leave the guitar there. And I remember seeing it and I was like, I kind of want to try it out, but I don't know. I go in there one day, it was a very emotional day, and I decide to pick up the guitar and try it out, and I fell in love with it. And I was finding myself in there every day after that just to calm down for a few minutes, or to maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and then I would leave, and I would wish that I could take it with me to my next destination, but I knew that that was impossible because they obviously wanted to let it stay there for anyone to calm their nerves or emotions or anything. And so interestingly enough, I would find that after I started doing that, other people would go in there and play and just try to strum the strings, and it was interesting the ripple effect of what it did. So it was that day on the 24th that I officially knew that I fell in love with the guitar, and I was I need my own, and I'm gonna get one day. And lo and behold, fast forward, literally, I move into the prenatal program that I'm at on February 27th, right? The next day, on February 28th, 2021, no lie, here's what happens. I wake up on this day and I'm okay, from yesterday I realized spending one night here, I'm gonna need some crystals to armor up and protect my energy in this place. So I set out to go get these crystals at a metaphysical shop. I knew exactly the crystals that I needed. On my way there, I'm on the bus, and I happen to pass this street. I look out the window and I see that someone's having a garage sale. So I'm oh, how cute. I see this guy holding a pink guitar, and I literally told myself days prior, I wish that I could get my own, but I really would love a pink one, but it's probably not gonna happen, right? So anyway, I see him holding it up, looking at it he's about to purchase it, and I'm you know what, I'm just gonna keep talking through the noise at this point. The story is too good for me to stop and wait. I'm not having it today. Anyway, so if you guys hear traffic and noise and shit, that's because this time I don't have it in me to stop and wait. I'm over it. So anyway, I see him holding the guitar, and I'm oh my god. So it's one of those things where you're no. So I wish I could hit the buzzer to stop the ride, but I couldn't do that. So I totally just was okay, you know what? If it's meant to be, this guitar is still gonna be there when I get back, and I'm praying, fingers crossed, that it's gonna be there when I get back. So I was just oh my gosh, universe, please let it be there, please let it be there, please let it be there, please let it be there. This trip is not gonna take that long. I'm gonna go get my crystals and I'm gonna come back, and yeah. So I go get the crystals. I'm thinking about the guitar the whole time. I'm obviously happy to get the crystals, of course. So I get back on the bus on the same route back. I get off at the stop that I remembered. I remembered and wrote it down, stop here when you come back, because I wrote my directions down. Anyway, so I get off at the stop and I cross the street, because it was on the opposite side of the street, and I'm hey, I saw this guy holding up a pink guitar, do you still have it? And so this woman, she's sitting down, she's holding it, and she turns around and she's yeah, I just bought it. And I'm no, no. My heart dropped to my toes. I was okay, it's not meant to be. And so the person who actually was running the garage sale was you have 5, 6 guitars, you can totally just give her the guitar, or like we can see if she'll negotiate something. And so she's like telling her like, you have some in the house, you have some on the ship, like, so like I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, you know, no pressure, I'm not gonna force this, like whatever. And so she's like, well, how much are you willing to buy it for? And I'm like, how much are you selling it for? Because like I know the art of negotiation. You don't throw a price out, you see what they're gonna throw out. There's an art to it. So little fun fact, the art of like bargaining prices, like if you're at a market or anything, you never want to throw out a price because that may be too high and that might like make you pay way more than you would have ever paid. Or you don't want to throw out too low of a price because then you don't want to disrespect the seller and then they feel like you don't think that their item is worth anything. So you want to see what price they're going to throw out and then you work around that. So I already had it in my mind like what I was willing to spend, and I ended up spending way less than what I thought. So she goes, I'll sell it to you for 40 and me and her will make 20 and 20 off the profit. I was like, sold, like that's it, it's mine, here you go, boom. Like okay, because like, you know, guitars run for like $200 and up. I got guitar for $40, the color of my choice, and like it was basically brand new. So I was like, whoa. The only thing that was like missing from it was obviously a case, which is fine, I can get one, still haven't gotten one yet, and a strap for it, which fine, I can get one of those, still haven't gotten one. I actually saw a store the other day but they didn't have any. So yeah, but I'm thinking of just making my own strap for it and just like tying it around there because that's like super retro slash vintage. So I think that's gonna be great. So I kind of want to do that more than buying one anyway. So yeah, I gave her the $40. They're like, you look so good with it, let me take a picture of you. So that picture is like on my Instagram. That was like the day that I got it and it was so great. Oh my gosh, like I couldn't be more happy. I'm on the bus on the way back to where I was staying, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just got a guitar days after I manifested it. So here's an excerpt that I wrote when I got back and I was settled in, and I named her Stargazer after my favorite flower, which is the Stargazer lily, which I happen to have tattooed on me. It was a cover up to initials of my first girlfriend. Don't ever get initials of people. Don't ever get a name tattooed on you unless you're like absolutely married. But anyway, we both covered it. We don't even speak anymore. It's cool, but like anyway, my favorite flower is on me, and now my guitar is named after it, Stargazer, and I did a painting piece dedicated to her and it, and that's on my Instagram as well. So anyway, here's the excerpt. Purchased my guitar baby, Stargazer, on February 28th, 2021, approximately 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Manifested getting a pink guitar early last week and got one today. I'm beyond in love with her, and there seems to be a connection. I'm so excited to share this story. Sorry, I kind of just like spaced out for a second. Dissociation. I'm so excited to share this story, and I know this is probably a very short video, but this was just like, law of attraction is real. You can manifest anything you want, and just know law of attraction is real. You can manifest. Law of attraction is real. Law of attraction is real. You can manifest anything you want, and anything is possible. Law of attraction is real. You can manifest anything you want, and anything is possible. If this all happened because I needed to repeat it that many times for you guys to hear it that many times, then I'm gonna leave this in and not edit it out. So I am teaching myself how to play. I saw some things online about the chords and what's it called? Sorry, let me just make sure I get it right. The strings, the notes, the frequencies, and the scientific pitch notation. I'm all about the details and specifics of everything, as some of you probably know already and some of you will get to know. So yes, I have taken a little bit of a step back from like the logistics of learning, and I'm just kind of letting myself naturally learn because that's how it started. It's been such a beautiful journey, and I will see if I leave this in. I'm gonna play a little something, just see what flows. I'm not savvy on like doing the whole like this part, I stumble with this a little bit, so I kind of just rock out right down here. Let me see if I could I don't want to show the edge. You're probably not even gonna get to see it, but oh well. All right, you're gonna see the edge of the tapestry, but who gives a fuck, right? Okay, keep it right there. Was not supposed to end like that. 1 second. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna leave this in. I gotta run this back. Whoa, super nervous because like I wanted to debut my guitar playing when I was like pro status, but like you don't become pro status right away. Let's lift this up. You don't become a pro right away. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Practice every day and you will get better. So I think I'll end it here. You probably will hear voices and such in the background. I didn't have it in me to stop and wait for this video today for anything. I kind of just wanted to get what I wanted to say out. It's very taxing to have to stop and wait and stop and wait and stop and wait. That dragged out my last video that I can't anymore. So anyway, until next time, just breathe. See you.